Hey everybody, thank you for coming to Trial Junkie today. This is a Delphi murder discussion. This is episode 1 in my analysis of the investigators in the Delphi murder case in Delphi, Indiana. On February 14, 2017, at approximately 12 p.m., the bodies of Abigail Williams, age 13, and Liberty German, age 14, were found along the banks of the Deer Creek in Delphi, Indiana. There were no immediate suspects. An investigation began with a large group of agencies that included the FBI, Carroll County Sheriff's Office, and Indiana State Police. What I have for you today is an interview that I analyzed of Tobe Lezenby on the Murder Sheet podcast, dated February 12, 2025. From the very beginning, Carroll County Sheriff Tobe Lezenby wanted the Abby and Libby case to be controlled by Carroll County. Tobe said that blood was spilled on Carroll County soil, so it should be a Carroll County case. Carroll County Sheriff's Office and Indiana State Police became unified command, and Tobe Lezenby was at the head of the command center. Tobe Lezenby's interview. He says, I was in a county council meeting when I learned about Abby and Libby. As sheriff, my job was administrative at the fire station and the courthouse. I was astounded by the community support. I was frustrated. I was not optimistic. Canines from Missouri were on the way, but we called them off when the girls were found. Horace. Horace, come on. The search ended at 2 a.m., February 14th, 2017. The situation felt grave. I had pride in being sheriff. Blood was spilled on our soil. This was a county case. I appreciated the help from outside agencies, but I wanted it to be a local case. My pride made me want to keep the case in Carroll County. Doug Carter and I look back at our disagreements. Doug was going to do the first press conference alone, and I said, bullshit. I need to be there because I am sheriff. I didn't want to give too much information out. Robert Ives said the courtroom is where the info will come out. I felt from day one the killer was someone from the area, grew up here, was local. I credit the family for keeping the case in the forefront. Who did this? Why? And what was the purpose? Delphi is small town USA with big city issues. Bad actors from Lafayette, Kokomo, and Indianapolis. Liggett and Hammond took the investigative role. We had a weekly meeting with Tony Liggett and Kevin Hammond. The core investigators were Indiana State Police, FBI, and Sheriff's Office. Tony was immersed in the details. Speculation and assumptions were rampant. Friends weren't true friends. I knew Kathy Shank from CPS. Kathy is like a female lion. We questioned her sometimes, but usually she was right. I've seen Nick grow in his job. The defense had a job to do. I don't respect everything they did, but I do respect their position. Richard Allen was professional at CVS. Locals lingered around to find out what happened in the courtroom. The verdict was a huge relief. I wasn't sure how the verdict would come out. It was surreal. It was like living a bad dream. God came through with justice and righteousness. The definition of righteousness. Righteousness is the quality of being morally right or justifiable, following divine or moral laws. It encompasses concepts of justice, virtue, and ethical conduct as guided by a higher authority or spiritual beliefs. I do not participate in social media. I will retire in a few years. Everything is going to be okay in the future in the county. Strong people are here to take over whatever comes their way. The families are rock stars. Libby and Abby had strength, having the mindset to turn on her phone. I ask you to be objective and open-minded and don't believe everything you hear. Tobe Lezenby, the Murder Chic podcast interview dated February 12th, 2025. Hope this gives you a little food for thought. I'll be doing all of the investigators. My kitty's getting the camera. Thank you again for coming to Trial Junkie. I really appreciate all of you for watching and subscribing and giving thumbs up. Means the world to me. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you like this and want to see more, please subscribe. Thank you for coming and have a beautiful day. Bye.